And we're back. Hello. Yeah, exactly. It's not my fault the iconography looked the way it looked. That was one of the We Were Here's. Which We Were Here was that? Was it? Which We Were Here was that one? With the underwater friend. I can't remember which one of the We Were Here's it was that had the sort of underwater squid friend, and you had to communicate to it with sounds and pictures, and we didn't pick up on the sound part first. So we thought the picture was all we needed, and we sent a picture which, for all intents and purposes, looked like someone had drawn a penis and then put a cross on top of it, hence the holy penis. Yeah, bad times. Bad times. But as I say, the advice is solid. What are you doing? Sending people you don't know the holy penis? Like, just don't do that. Jesus. Oh, the bitrate is unstable. Excellent. We can carry on. Good. We should be clear of the ads now. So let's get ourselves fired up here. We are switching over to an entirely different game. I'm going to be drawing rooms from a collection of rooms and placing them in a blue game. It's very, very different to Into the Restless Rooms, where I've spent the last 2 hours drawing rooms and placing them in a blue game. So yeah, we're good. I left this on last night as well. I accidentally left Blueprints on. Oh, okay, Blueprints is opened on the wrong monitor. I hate when games do that. What is it? Windows key, Alt, and arrow keys? Nope. Great, Blueprints is opening on the wrong monitor. I hate when games will just randomly do that, and it's like, I don't know why you're doing that. Why are you on this monitor? I wonder if I can just use the settings and go... Because currently, where my OBS and everything sits, I currently now have Blueprints. It's never been on this monitor before. It's not the game's fault. It is entirely a result of how Windows handles DisplayPort. It is entirely a result of how Windows handles DisplayPort. So if I go full screen here, it'll now correct. Yeah, you couldn't see it, of course, but for me, it went over here and changed to 1080p, and then I was like, okay, out of full screen mode, switch, because sometimes it's Windows Alt and the arrow keys that you switch monitors. I think I can never remember which hotkey it is, but they even give you a switch monitors button. I've just noticed, because again, Windows being Windows, it's entirely how it handles DisplayPort. DisplayPort is dynamic, so you can, which is great, because you can turn a monitor off and it will reshuffle your desktop. You can add an extra monitor and it will reshuffle, which is great. The dynamic stuff is handy, except when Windows goes, you know what, I've been thinking, what if I pretend that screen over there is your main monitor and the one straight in front of you is like just not anymore? Who knows why? Windows 11 doesn't even keep preset. Windows 11, I firmly believe we have maintained the pattern of good Windows, bad Windows, good Windows, bad Windows. I have Windows 11 in work, and they have done several things that are impressively poor. They've taken away features that have been standard in Windows since, certainly at least XP. I don't remember if it was like that in like 98 or 95. But they've taken away basic features. Other features are hidden behind extra clicks that you didn't need to use before. Hiding things behind the Windows 11 style drop-down menu under more options, and then more options is the Windows 10 menu with the things you wanted. Like one of the things we do in my job is we have passworded zip files, because we get in student data. So the zip files are passworded and all that sort of stuff. And one of the things you can do is you can click on the file and use your password, use your zip program to unlock it. Except that doesn't show up on Windows 11. You have to go click the file, more options, the Windows 10 menu comes up, and then you can unzip it. Why? Because they thought you needed to waste time clicking buttons. The start menu, you can't see all your apps. You have to always click see more, and it doesn't remember that setting. So you always have to say see more, see more, see more. At least it remembers to keep your calendar up when you click on the clock. I hate the fact that you click on your clock and they're like, oh, we've hidden it now. And you're like, show me my calendar. That's why I'm here. I know what fucking time it is. Good times. But yes, Windows is just unhelpful at times. I've been playing with Windows 12 due to school. It's not better. Wow, really? Oh dear. I do like the fact that they talked about going back to service packs, and I'm like, that might be helpful, but it's like, we're going back to service packs. Why? So we can fuck up big once a year rather than fucking up small 3 times a year. Oh, okay. Fuck. Pardon me while I go and install Mint. My work is going to force. Yeah, they forced us onto Windows 11. Funny thing is, Windows seem to have backtracked on their we're shutting down support for everything, though. There's a couple of things they're going to continue support for, Windows Defender and something else. They've already said that support is continuing past the October deadline for Windows Defender and something else that has slipped my brain. So I suspect the uptake numbers of Windows 11 haven't been great, even possibly on the business side. I mean, I know businesses that are still running 7 and stuff, so maybe the uptake hasn't been great, and they're like, yeah, Windows people don't want to switch to Windows 11. Some of it is a backlash against all the aggressive AI, like Windows Recall and shit like that. They don't want to move, and we're trying to force them to move, which means they're unhappy with us. We've been trying to force them to move for a while, and they haven't taken it. Heck, the Steam numbers for Windows 11 went down a couple of months ago for the first time in ever. Good times. I'm having fond memories of Windows 95. Hey. Yeah. Yeah, for me that was always the thing, because I used to get rid of Cortana and stuff. I would just reg edit that shit away. But yeah, they really just want all your data all the time. Thank you. To the point that they want to put constant screenshots of your screen into a folder. I don't care how encrypted it is. It's a really bad idea. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Keeping a Windows install for your gaming, and then using a Linux install for like your day-to-day stuff and your internet browsing and all that jazz, and just switching. It's very tempting, particularly given how fast a lot of computers will, restart. Like back in the day, having to shut down your machine and restart your machine took a couple of minutes. But the fact that you can, relatively speaking, restart into another distro. And yes, macOS has indeed been taking cues from Windows, unfortunately. But yeah. Anyway, let us jump along. Wait, I can have both Linux and Windows on the same machine? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I used to dual boot into Ubuntu. I also had a Hackintosh at one point. One of my MacBooks had also had a Windows, a lightened Windows install. But yeah, you could install something very user friendly and handy, something like Ubuntu, or something that also has, you get a lot of them that are bigger installs, or they've got a lot of stuff just built in. If you don't want to do a lot of it yourself and you want sort of something a little bit more plug and play friendly, there's plenty of those. And yeah, you just choose which you want to use, and then if you want to switch, you just switch. You basically restart and choose the other one. You could also run a virtual machine and only keep your Windows in a virtual machine or something, but that's a little bit more involved. But yeah, you literally just dual boot, have a second hard drive, and just put everything onto that, and just boot into one or the other based on what you're doing. You could also install both in the one place, just partition it off. But yeah, totally doable, absolutely. I found an old laptop while cleaning from 2005. Did we really used to wait 20 minutes for the load? Right. Yeah. I with one of my MacBooks, I couldn't update it anymore because it basically said, look, it stopped at Snow Leopard and you can't get past it. And as a result, antivirus wouldn't work and a couple of other things wouldn't work. So that machine turned into, I think, an Ubuntu machine. and I had an EPC with Windows on it and Ubuntu, and I think I had Mandriva at one point on one of them. I'll need to research. Yes, after exams. Yes, after exams. My next one to try is actually Mint. I've been hearing good things about Mint. But yeah, particularly given one of the most annoying things to do with Linux when I was first using Linux was printers. Printer drivers and Linux were never ever friends. But now that I almost never use a printer, who gives a fuck? Anyway, let's jump on in, shall we? It is day 30, what, 5? Did we say? Which makes it what? The 11th of December now? In case we have the time lock. I think it's the 11th of December. Yeah, let's have a look. Day 35, yeah, so I think that makes us the 11th of September. Or of September, 11th of December, which is good. Let me just see. Okay, so it's keeping that. That's good. Okay. So yeah, let's have a look. Dual boot, instructions and clear foot through PC. Ha! A game actually that I'm going to be checking out at some point is a first-person booter, and the entire thing is basically put foot through things. So appropriate. Yeah, I was just using it to print postage labels for eBay until Windows updated itself to the point where no more disk space. Wow. So yeah, things I want to check. Foundation and basement. I need to possibly get the boiler room because there's something I want to check down there. But yeah, our main plan will probably be to wiggle our way up to the foundation. We could look for the tomb as an early point. I haven't been doing the outer room first for a while, so I have options. So yeah, let's get some options first, shall we? I feel like my voice is going a bit. Spare bedroom. So yeah, previously we got very close. We unlocked 3 of the doors in the antechamber. Yes, we got an allowance. Yeah, we got a little extra, little money to start off our day. It's dead handy. So, one of the other statements is false. One of the other boxes contains gems. If you replace the word one, okay, so this is when these labels become slightly bullshitty. It's like, okay, here's the small print. If you replace the word one in the other 2 statements with both, they will both be false. Could you imagine if this is the wrong box? Could you imagine if this box is false and this is our thing? Okay, so this is going to be a long stream. If you replace the word one, right, the boxes, we had a fun one, which last time was like, this box is as true as the other box is. And you're like, sorry? Yeah, this box is as true as the blue box is. Okay. This box is not as true as the other blue box isn't not being. Okay. Thanks. If you replace the word one in the other 2 statements with both, they will both be false. Okay. Both of the other statements is false. Wait. Both of the other statements, aside from the grammar, is false. If you replace the word one in the other 2 statements with both, they will both be false. Both of the other boxes contain gems. So that's true. That can't be true. That's false. So this is correct for this one. One of the other boxes contains gems. Both of the boxes contain gems. That's false. Both of the other statements are false. That can't be the case. Because if I replace one with both, this box would have to be true for that to work. So this, one of the other statements is false, both of the other statements is false, can't be true. So that can't be true. So this box must be false, which means this box, one of the statements is false, would be true, and then this box, one of the other boxes contains gems, could be true or false. Oof. Or did we already do that? Objection on the grounds that my head hurts, right? So let's ignore that. Let's work them through. One of the other statements is false. One of the other boxes contains gems. So if that's true, that one of the other statements is false, this could be true as well. And this, if you replace word one of the, we know this one is false because both doesn't work. Both of the other statements are false. Cannot make this true. So that's fine. So we know this is false. Solution sledgehammer, right? Hey Anna, hello, welcome. So yeah, this has to be false, which means one of these has to be true. One of the other statements is false. Correct. So this is true, and this is false. And the problem is we don't know where the gems are as a result. One of the other boxes contains gems. But unfortunately, if this was true... Oh, if this was false, the gems are in here. But if it was true, the gems could be any of these. I'm not getting a narrow down. I still have a 50-50. I don't like it. Let's try again. Yeah, right. I should accidentally just hip check the table. Oops, I'm sorry. Boom. Oh, did I hear a rattle? If you replace the word one in the other two statements with both, they will both be false. Both of the other boxes contain gems. That is false, so that would be correct. However, both of the other statements are false. Cannot be true if that is true. Oh, wait. If this is true, one of the boxes contains gems. Both of the boxes contain gems. False. Both of the other statements are false. False. That's it. This statement can't work, so it's false. Both of the other statements are false because this one is true. So one of the other boxes contains gems and one of the other statements is false. So this is true. So we know that the black box is true. Yeah, I run around in circles a few times and we get there in the end. So this box is true. So we know that one of these boxes is true and one of these boxes is at least is false. One of the other statements is false. So we know that's true. So if this is true, that one of the statements is false, then it's this one. And if this is true, one of the other boxes contains gems, then see, I've got a 50-50. I've got a 50-50 though, and I'm not liking it. So we know that this is true. We know that this is true, which leaves us with these. One of the other boxes contains gems. Could be true, could be false. One of the other statements is false. Now, if that's incorrect, then this is false. And if it's true, then that is false. I'm not getting it's not narrowing it down. Usually it narrows it down. There's usually a slightly higher chance of it being one or the other. This is definitely true. So one of these has to be false, which makes this one true. One of the other statements is false. One of the other boxes contains gems. So if this is true, then this is false, and the gems are in here. Oh, enjoy dinner, Amelia. You can just shout no from the kitchen at random. It'd be good. If this, yeah, I don't feel like I have enough information to know for sure. That's the problem. And I assume because well, with every other one we've never gotten one wrong before. With every other one we've done, there has always been enough to skew you in one direction. It's never a 50-50. So, one of the other statements is false. We know this one isn't. So, that would leave this one. One of the other boxes contains gems. If this was false, the gems are in here. If this was false, that one of the other statements is false, then it's not the other statements. That would make this incorrect and this true, that one of the other boxes contains gems, but that gives us two boxes. Okay. That's what gives us the clue. That's what gives there it is. Sorry, there it is. If one of the other statements is false, then it's in here. If this is the true statement that one of the other boxes contains gems, then you've suddenly got to pick between blue and black. So that's what it is. There's two choices if that's true. But if this one is true, then there's only one choice remaining. Right? Math gif. Yes, I think that's it. We know this is true because the condition it says makes both of these false. And that's what it says. So one of these has to be false. If it's this one, then this is true and we have two choices. If it's this one that's false, then this is true and we only have one choice. So I think the gems are in the white box. This could be the first one we fail. But it isn't. Ah, that one went around a bit. Sorry, folks. Okay. I guess we'll take the chapel. They took our monies. Will there be a key? No. Okay. Let's pop a room in here. Ooh, a den could be good for getting a gem. Yeah, the record is maintained indeed. It's kind of nice how it's going so far. I can't remember how many we've opened. Okay, greenhouse. We can move around, so I can pop the greenhouse. And then if we find the lever, we now know where it is. So let's go in here and grab ourselves a gem. Let's try this one. I mean, mostly it's about getting up to the foundation. I would like to get the boiler room if possible. Red memos are false, so that's false. No keys. I'm going to leave that central corridor open for now. Secret passage. Key card could be helpful, but secret passage or corridor will take. Any loot? No. Okay, moving on up. Bedroom brings us over. Pantry brings us over. Could be good to have the bedroom, actually. There is a question I want to ask about the chapel, but I don't know if it happened in your playthrough, but my playthrough of Pirates. Fun. Oh. Oh. You two should DM and compare notes and see if it is what Toani is thinking. I love the aquarium, so we're going to take the aquarium. yeah, like drop a whisper, and then you can be like, "Is it this? Yay or nay?" And then at least then you'll know. Okay, that's locked. No good to me. Please don't be locked. They're both locked. Balls. Okay. So we're gonna need keys, and we are many steps from the nearest door. I think actually I am going to. I'm going to go down. I'm gonna skip the chapel. I'm gonna go this way. See if I can get something that gives us a. Oh, okay, the nook just goes around in a circle. The pantry just goes around in a circle. The nook does have the key though, because then I can go into the next room and do that thing. Ooh, and the magnifying glass. We love that. Okay. Let's see if we can get a join with the hallway. Passageway requires a couple of gems, but we like the passageway. And we know that it should open into that. Let's try these doors. Coat check or pantry or storeroom. I could get around the. It's not too much of a block. Yeah, let's take the storeroom and get a couple of keys. Oh, and money. Thank you. Okay, I'll take all these. Nothing else of interest. Okay, let's try the doorway first. Courtyard has a couple of doors. Let's see if we can see if they're locked. Oh, there's a shovel, so that we know it's worth walking into. So that's good. So we have at least... I saw another digging spot in one of the other rooms, so extra key. Perfect, thank you. Actually quite good if I get a bunch of keys or money together before going downstairs. Not locked. We love that. Pantry dead ends us. Commissary doesn't. Leave that as it is for now. The kennel. I don't need the kennel, but I'm taking the kennel because... Hi. Hi. Do you want to come up? Do you want to come up? Does anyone want to come up? No? Oh, hi. There you go. Hi. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. Still need to work on that. Hello? No. Oh, and no digging spot today. Okay. Hi. Hello. It does. Sorry for the spoiler, but indeed it does. I'm very happy to have found this room. All right. The game doesn't let me crouch, and that's my biggest sad point with the kennel. I'm gonna leave that unexplored though. Do I head back to the aquarium with my keys? It's a couple of extra steps, but yeah, let's go with that. We got the keys. Doop, 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 doop. So I want to get downstairs, and I also want to try and get the boiler room if possible. Right, let's check for a good dead end room, like a closet or something with items. A bunch of extra steps. The dining room would have potentially eventually get us food, which would be good. But immediate 10 steps. I might even have a key or a gem. It has a key. Perfecto, thank you. Nothing else of any note. Nothing on the floor. No. I'm not going to play this. Unlike Steven, I'm not made of puzzle. I mean, I say it is definitely, I think it is a mystery game that also has puzzles in it. Is how I would describe it. Did the dogs just laugh at me? Each time you dig in a room, unlock all doors in that room. Oh shit, I didn't realize. I just unlocked the door for free. So that's what the doggos did. Heck yeah, go the doggos. I love the workshop, but Um, yeah, the doggos are super clutch. I didn't realize. And yeah, one of the cool things Melissa, about the aquarium is that it is every type of room. So it is sort of shop and services rooms, and also living area rooms, and also outdoor garden rooms. There's a barbecue, and also bedrooms, and also office rooms. It has all of the colors, and they are represented in all of the little doodads, which is really nice. Heck yeah, doggos coming in clutch. Yet another reason why we don't deserve them. Okay, got nothing to branch onto that, so let's try this one. Okay, code check gets me my key card, but I don't know yet if the I don't have the gems for the showroom. Code check would get us our key card, but I don't know yet if the foundation has a key card door. So let's take the closet and see what items we can get. It is a gem and a coin or a key. It's a key. Nice. Couldn't quite tell what piece of gold it was. Also locked. God damn. Oh, a food war. Let's take a food war. Problem is we don't have a reroll. So if we get a thingy we don't like for the foundation, we'll have to make our way around. But we got a food war, so that's good. Let's go. Take that. Nothing on the table? No. Okay. Hopefully we get a straight shot. We do not. So the pantry dead ends, we get extra coins. The closet gives us extra items, but this side of the map is now screwed. Balls. What you got for me? Oh, and there's the reroll I wanted. Thanks. That's all good. Multiple ways in. Okay. Right, back around we go. Thank goodness for the Food Wars apples, huh? Okay, so bedroom, corridor, hallway. Okay, so we can go through the kennels. We can also try and get through the commissary up and around and get in this side. I just want to get in here, and the game is determined not to let us. Okay, passageway, courtyard, commissary, I think. Passageway, courtyard, commissary. What do you have for me to buy? Upgrade discs, always nice to see. Gems, I have 3, but I could buy another one. I could also potentially get keys if I come back, which is good. I can't think of any rooms that cost more than 3 gems, but I'll buy 1 gem while we're here. Just, support local business. Oh, the drawing room gives us drafting options, but the pantry takes us in the direction we want. Take the pantry. Also should have a banana or something. Yep, nice. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Okay, let's have a look. See what we get. Okay, the billiard room takes us the wrong way. The bunk room dead ends us, and the secret passage is not what we want, so we're going to redraw. The cloister. The cloister has all the entrances. It requires 3 gems, but it gets us... Also, I want to try the cloister thing again. I think there's a clue for how we can get in here. So if I can get the tomb, that would be super handy. Okay, so this is our chance of getting the foundation. Food war to foundation. Nice. We don't have the key for that yet. And then over here, it takes us onto the wing, so we'll hold off on that for now. But yeah, I want to try what I think I can do with that. Let me take my food war. Ooh, and I get another gem. Hey, Phoenix. Ah, okay, yeah. I'm actually quite lucky in that I got it quite so close to the antechamber that, I have things I could potentially do in fewer steps because of how high up my foundation ended up actually being. Um, I'm going in anyway, haven't I? So yeah, let's. Oh, as a dig spot. So if there are any locked doors, the doggos would unlock them. I guess there weren't any locked doors. I wonder if that works with keypad doors as well. That the doggos would unlock keypad doors. Imagine if dogs would be like boop 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 boop. There you go, pal. Man's best friend. Now, obviously, if you haven't seen, shall we say, the reservoir naked, this may be a spoiler point for you. Further up is harder to reach, but if you reach the antechamber, it's nice to have it so close. Yes, exactly. Let's say if you haven't seen the reservoir, empty. There's no way of saying it without spoiling. If you haven't seen the reservoir empty, this may be a spoiler. If you are concerned about such things in your own playthroughs. Dup, 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 dup. Also, if you've never used the northern lever, this could also be a spoiler. I might just do that while I'm here too, huh? I also wanted to look at... Yeah, I want to do a couple of things while I'm here. Was it here I had a door? No, not there. By reservoir, you actually mean hole in the ground. I mean, yes. So yes, I say if you haven't been down here, now is your chance to look away. I'm now realizing how lucky I got that from here. The foundation is on the 3rd rank and therefore much easier to get to. Oh, nice. Okay, if you've not been down here, then don't look. No. Also, don't look down here. Okay, the box is not active, so I'm gonna need the boiler room. So I'm going to try and see if I can find that in some of the other earlier ranks. Joink. Oh, it is giving us the music again. That's good. I was wondering if we were only going to get the music the first time. I must remember to save the run we did on Saturday. We got so close to get screwed over by the partly by the RNG gods and partly by the gambit, but I was worried I wasn't going to get the music back. So good. I am going to pick up the soundtrack. I'm assuming it's around somewhere. Okay, so I need to get the boiler room, and now that I know that the boiler room's change down here is not permanent, it is a powered resource. I have to have the boiler room to do the next bit I want to do, so I will be making progress on that. I think one of the thingies said, and I'm gonna say, I think blues are supposed to be true. It's not in a box in the water. And then this one said, boxes marked black contain memos that are true. So I'm gonna look for another box with a star on it and use my key. What's this one say? Pink boxes marked by the star always contain blue memos. Oh, okay, that would make sense. green memos in white boxes are lies. We should be. I should be remembering all of these. I should save these for my box puzzle thing. It'd be funny actually if you magnified it and it said "psych." But yeah, I think we're good on that. Oh, the music is so good though. I used all my keys again, of course. I'm now with 0 keys, but you know, such is life. So assuming the blue memos are true, which is the rules upstairs, but might not be the rules down here. So a blue memo telling you it's telling the truth. Yeah. But yeah, we will cautiously assume they are true for now. Oh, the music though. I haven't seen the lever anywhere. I assume the lever can't spawn in the basement. I assume it spawns in the house, like other items. I'm hoping it spawns in the house. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. It has that exact, like, you know, lo-fi beats to, you know, chill or nap to. Incidentally, if you haven't seen the Severance like 8-hour thing or whatever, it's really good. If you've watched the show, then there won't be any spoilers for you. But the Severance one starts off in like 1080p, and gradually the footage degrades and degrades and degrades and degrades until you get to the end and it's like a really badly treated VHS cassette. It's really nicely done. I do not have any keys. I have no keys. Okay, well, then it probably won't matter. Good show though, really good show. So yeah, I need to get keys. Or find a door that isn't locked. And everything is going to be locked now. And I don't have my key card. Okay, let's backtrack. We're looking for the most important thing is finding the boiler room today anyway. This is not a foundation, or not an antechamber run, so... Okay, so I can take the kennels and see if that door is unlocked. Okay, that gives me the code check, but it totally blocks off everything. The dark room is the only choice that doesn't block off everything. Although the code check does give me my key card, or the garage, which gives me all of the keys. But then I can only open one door in the cloister. Get the key card, which gives us one door. Get the garage, which gives us one door plus extra keys. Or take the dark room, so at least you have a path through. Oh. I think I'm going to take the path through. Because it'll blink out on me. But if I get the utility room back at the start, then we won't have to worry about that. Although you think you have to turn it on. Oh, do I have to? That's a question. Do I have to walk in, let it black out, and then turn it back on? I think so. I think now if I get the utility room, I can turn the lights back on. Oh, this music is so good. The music room, ballroom one is also really nice. Going to the chapel. Taking all my monies again, because of course they are. Could check the outside rooms since we're here now. See if it gives us something useful. Palia alongside this soundtrack feels much more important and mysterious, right? It's such a good piece of music, like. Yeah, and as I was getting really close, like we were getting really close. Oh, rooms in your house contain dig spots. That would have been a great one to have. We were getting really close last run to getting into the room. Like we were real close. We were one good RNG away from getting into the room, kind of thing. And this music was playing the whole time as it built up to that moment. It was decidedly epic. Sadly, we didn't make it. It would have been emotionally interesting if we had, tears of joy, because it was the music was building up and the pace was building up, and we were almost there and we almost made it, and then we got kicked squarely, and didn't go our way. Oh well. Right, let's see if we can get the boiler room or the utility thingy. Either of those. Oh, I can also grab a spare gem. Again, if you don't want to know the drawing room code, please look away now. Also, while I try and remember what the hell it is. Oh yes. Please look away now. And it's open. And I will take that. Yoink. Okay, let's see. Let's see if this one is a closet for us. Workshop might have something in it. Secret passageway. We've discovered you can't use a secret passage to pass through walls. That would have been very funny. I'll take the workshop and see if there's anything in there. Don't see anything. There's probably something on the table. Okay, billiard room. We'll take that, and we'll have to do maths. The lever. Good thing we checked, huh? Welcome in, Raiders. Hello, Tom. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are things? How was your stream? So, I have to go back to that room. I don't have enough steps. I think we're going to have a step problem this time around. I think we are going to have a step problem. More so than anything else. Stream is good. Excellent. Finally broke down and started playing BG3. Haha, nice. The music is like, oh, okay. Now we're good to go. Uh-huh. That's true. That's true. We don't have the chest debuff this time. Oh, wow. That's never happened before. It's actually really nice combination. Oh, and the sledge. I've already solved the music puzzle, so I'm pretty sure I've already screenshotted this, but just in case. Look at this, though, with the music and the rain sound. Secret door. Come on, I know you're a secret door. I'm so short on steps, though. I'm gonna need food or something. So let's be careful with our steps. Chapel, den, hallway. No, I gotta go back to the billiard room. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have enough steps today. I think that's gonna be our problem. But just in case we do get lucky with the food room, we kind of have to take it. Any food? Money? If I find... Oh, the commissary didn't have food in it, did it? No. But if I get a kitchen... Okay, let's do this puzzle again. mixed up my colors again. Okay, so that is a thing I don't think the game has. That's one thing I did notice, that they use colors without pattern. Oh. Currently being developed and tested. Okay, so not yet, because they use colors without pattern. And sometimes, you'll see pattern to help. So yeah, not yet. Good to know. Okay, so I'm gonna try and press on. Please don't be locked. Okay, there's the utility closet, which gives us the dark room. So we're going to do the utility closet, but we're so short on steps. Can I just dig up a turnip? No. Okay. I think this run is dead. I don't think I have enough steps. It's going to be rough as toast. Okay, third one was white. White, red, purple, and then off, blue, green. Nice. I don't even think I needed to technically do that. I just want to turn the lights off in the gymnasium and open the door in the garage and turn the lights on in the dark room. It's not ideal, but we took what we could. So, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Yeah, we're screwed. Because this is a spare bedroom, which doesn't give you any steps. Three, 2, 1. Yeah, unfortunately, screwed. Unless I could spot a food somewhere that I missed. Yeah. I didn't see a food anywhere. Don't think there was a food in the hallway. I can't get to the bedroom. It's too far away. I'll be crawling towards the bedroom as the lights fade. Quick, run, run, run. Don't let him do it to me. Give me 2 steps. Wait. Okay. You technically shouldn't be able to do that. It doesn't matter because unless this room had a fucking birthday cake in it, it doesn't matter. But you shouldn't be able to cross the threshold during the fade to black and get those last 2 steps. So yeah, technically shouldn't matter. However, if this room had a banana or an apple or something in it, that would have been pretty epic. Did I do it again? Oh, it didn't let me do it that time. It didn't let me do it that time because that would have been funny. Hey, Insomniac. That would have been very funny. Oh, okay. But we now know we now know a little bit more about the boxes that we've been investigating. We know that we need to get the boiler room to check one of the other things I want to check. I need essentially one of two things: to get to the foundation and have the boiler room, or to have the tomb and the boiler room to check one of the things I want to check. Now I'm remembering a time when I went into a bedroom and there was a birthday cake in it. Nice. And yes, there's definitely a bit of an Outer Wilds vibe for sure. Unfortunately, this is the end of our stream, though. I kind of want to jump in and do an extra day, but we are at the end of the stream, really. And I do have a bunch of housework to do, so we will probably call it here. We will do more blueprints on Wednesday, however. We are actually ending on time, yeah. Well, technically, we ran over the previous 2 hours, so we're ending before the next ad break, but we're technically after the end of stream, technically. But yeah, we will call it here for today and find somebody to raid on over to. We will definitely come back, however, obviously on Wednesday. I have things on a to-do list now to do, and I did get to confirm one of them today. So even though this run didn't go very well, we got to confirm what we needed to confirm. So that's a win anyway. And we got to play Restless Runes, which is a wonderful game. Definitely worth checking out. If you haven't checked out the demo for Into the Restless Runes, there is a link to it there. But yeah, let us save and quit this one for today. I probably should have not bothered going and opening the lever in the greenhouse because I didn't need to. I could have saved my steps and focused on one task instead of trying to do 3 things at once. But still, not too bad. 36 days of blueprints. And I think we've gotten quite a lot done for 36 days, you know? But yeah, let us shoot back to the lobby. No, thank you all very much for hanging out. Let me do the thank yous, and then we will go and start a raid. Thank you to who have I missed? Brian, of course, for the raid, and Tom for the raid. I don't know if I thanked Mint Peach for the follow, but I should have. But yes, thank you all very, very much for hanging out. Let us go find somebody to raid on over to. And then I'm going to go do some housework and put on some food. I've got a bunch of cleaning to do today. Live. Scroll down. Let's see who we've got. We raided you last time, so let's see who we haven't raided in a while. I am not seeing a lot of folks on, actually. I usually try and find someone I haven't raided, like, recently. But, yeah, I think we will raid on over to Wolf Tracks. I mean, no problem raiding on over to Wolfie. I just try and spread the love, you know? So yeah, let us start the raid. Okay, there's the raid on its way, and there is the raid call in chat, available as always in subscriber and non-subscriber versions, so you can copy paste whichever one has the emotes that work for you. But yeah, thank you all again very, very much. So Wednesday we'll definitely do more blueprints on Wednesday evening, and there'll undoubtedly be blueprints on Saturday as well. I'll keep doing double features, I think. I have some demos to get through at some point. I have a couple of things kind of in the works. And I have one game which I think I can have a look at the demo after the 23rd, so that'll be next Saturday. For those of you who remember Lorne's Lure, the kind of climbing game with the little climbing axes, the dev of that has a new game on the way, so they've got a demo coming out at the end of next week. But yeah, thank you all again very, very much. Have a lovely rest of your day, and hopefully I will see you all again soon. So yeah, take care. Bye all.